Hi, my name is Cesar. I go to Flags Middle School.
Hi, my name is Maren and I go to Bronx Park Middle School.
Hi, my name is Johnson and I go to 117.
Hi, my name is Xavier and I go to IST 32.
Today we have a module, and our module is top 10 minutes on the topic of helpful knowledge or depression. People in this group are Xavier, Allison, Maren, and Cesar.
The first question is, who is most affected by the problem? Women tend to be affected by depression more often than men. The prevalence of a person having a major depressive episode tends to occur in 8.5 of women compared to 4.8 of men.
How does it affect them? For some people, a negative, stressful, or unhappy family can lead to depression. Dealing with bullying, harassment, or peer pressure leaves some people feeling isolated, victimized, or insecure. Next.
What career choice would be best for solving this problem? If you're depressed, you can do a horticulture position, such as working in a greenhouse, gardening, landscape, or even employment in a local gardening center. These are all great jobs for people struggling with depression. According to NSHSS.org, the best job for helping those in with depression is art therapist, career or vocationalist, counselor, special education teacher, agitation psychologist, substance abuse nurse, psychiatric technician, mental health social worker.
Solution. Our solution is to provide a safe space or club, rehab program, shelters, and providing employment for people with depression.
Our solution will help because we will be able to help people get back on their feet and not be depressed anymore. We would go about fixing this by hiring therapists and counselors at our club. Additionally, we would build a facility that would house the people and therapists. The therapists will be all specialized people to make others be comfortable around others and themselves.
Thank you for listening to us. We appreciate you for taking your time out of your day and having us here. We are the New Settlement Bronx Helpers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. And such an important topic. So why don't we start with you, Brian? Let's start with you giving some feedback on the presentation on depression from the Bronx Helpers.
So let me stop hiding. This one is near and dear to me. I have lots of clients that I work with that deal with depression. So I see it on a regular basis. So the information that was given was spot on, well presented, well put together visually. What I would like to see more of, and I'm very aware of this because I used to do it. Typically when you have a topic, usually your images are reflective of that specific topic. So all of the images that I recall seeing were sad images, depressed images. But when you got to the solution, I didn't see any more images. So what I would like to see more of in that presentation is once you get to the solution, what does life look like? I want to see the smiles. I want to see, the jumping for joy, playing with a friend, so on and so forth, so that, it shows this is what it looks like on the other side. So great information. Definitely. One more thing I would say is when you're doing presentations, I'm not sure if this was given as an option, but maybe even some of the teachers can take this, is to allow the students, I know you mentioned horticulture and being in a garden, so on and so forth, taking a picture of you in that environment and adding that to the presentation. It really makes it more personal. You'll be more excited about presenting it, and it'll give people more of a connection, like, wow, he or she's actually doing it. Maybe if I do it too, I can start to draw myself out of this depression. So that will be my feedback. And I just want to just to say congrats on all three groups, because these topics are so critically important. And for you to be learning about them at the age that you are now, you're so far ahead of the game. So I would say keep these topics at least in the back of your mind, and watch a YouTube video or read a book about these ever so often, so that you don't forget how you can continue to be that solution to help those around you who may be dealing with these topics. So that'd be my feedback.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Brian. Thank you. Dr. Balijo Diaz.
Yes, another great, important presentation. I really appreciate how our young people are already learning about this really important topic, because mental health does affect our young people. And so it's really important to talk about depression. And I really like how this group, talked about, just like Brian had shared, like poor culture and nature. Studies have shown that literally going outside and being in nature's, being with trees, being in the sunshine increases our positive feelings and happiness feelings. So, and even looking at pictures of the ocean, if you can't get outside, also increases those happy feelings as well. So I love how this group talked about nature and depression.
Mm-hmm.
I also love how this presentation gave out to careers in mental health. Shout out to social work. Brian and I are social workers. It's really exciting for young people to start thinking about careers, that if this is something you're very passionate about, of helping people with depression, careers like being a therapist, being a social worker like myself and Brian, being a counselor, being a psychologist, these are all great jobs and professions that when you're older, that these are great positions to be in to help other people in your community. So one thing I would have loved to have seen in this presentation to take it to the next level is just signs of depression in young people and how to ask for help. I think it's one thing to talk about mental health awareness and depression awareness, but it's really important to know the signs of depression, especially if you feel that way or friends, so they can get help, and also how to ask for help, to talk to adults, talk to a caring adult. And if one caring adult doesn't listen and hear you, to then talk to another caring adult, because to have depression and to feel alone is not okay. And we want to make sure that you get help. So talk to a caring adult, whether it's in school, at home, so that you can also get the help that you need, so that you no longer have to feel depressed. So thank you, this group. You did an amazing job with your presentation, and keep up the great work.
Remember, you're at the Bronx Helpers. After school, I love that you talked about having social workers or therapists come to your program. I thought that was a really great idea. One thing that I would include is take this presentation and do it and put it in like a pamphlet or a brochure, so you could hand it out to your friends and the people in your school, because this is some really great information, especially on what to do immediately with gardening, or what kind of careers to support mental health. And I really love the idea that Dr. Balijo Diaz and Brian brought up, is add, symptoms, awareness, what are some of the signs and symptoms that we want to be aware of for ourselves and for the people around us. You guys did an amazing job